What?
Got DiceDojo, Ursula's Championship, top 8s with the Brooms, Amethyst Steel. So we're gonna show you the package real quick. From the Amethyst, we got 4 of the little 1-drops, Luminary Keeper, best card right there, best starting hand right there. For more of the Broom package, we got 2 of the Bucket Brigade, get some stuff back. Not the best, a lot of time it ends up being ink, but you know, that's what it is. Then for the other Brooms we're playing, we got 3, the big sweeper, just because he's so big. He could survive a double storm, 1/5 dirty at a location. He can smack for 3. At the tower, he can get 2 lore. Of course, we got our 4 Mickeys. Man himself, you can ink 1 because you're playing so many, but you're always going to want him on board. Then we're doing 3 of the Swift Cleaner. No one expects his rush. He could sing so many good things, and that's what that is. And then we got the GOAT himself, YenSid, playing 1 of each rarity. So one of these, turn 1, and then turn 2. That's the best play right there.
Yo, is that one signed?
Oh yeah, that's been signed, by the way, by the Broom creator himself. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot his name, but he also signed this one. He made the effects of all the Broom cards. I got 1 of each signed. So that's the purple characters. And on top of that, we're playing only 2 GOATs, just because I want to keep it at 60, and a lot of times we lose at 19, so he'll give you that 1 up sometime, or 2 up if you're at 18, and 3 Madam and Foxes.
So, have you thought about bumping him up to 3, or do you want to keep him at 2?
I was thinking about putting him up to 3, just because you do want to see him a little more. I have lost at 18 lores so many times, and I ink him. That's a misplay on me. It's our team name. What can you expect? And Madam M's great for bouncing YenSid. So, turn 4 YenSid. Then for the purple locations, we got only 2 Queen's Castles, because I like to keep it at 60 to make sure I get my things. 3 Sorcerer Towers, because this is the game winner right here. Because this gives you 2 on the turn and draw. But a lot of times people will count up what you have. I have 6, boom. Now I get an extra 3 because 1 for each character, even better. Basically doubles your lore a lot of times, and this is the game winner a lot of times. So 3, never 4, because you ink them a lot of times. And then for our songs, we're doing just our classic 4 Friends on the Other Side. Big Sweeper sings it, Industrial Model sings it, Mickey, Swift Cleaner, the Brooms can sing.
All right, on to the steel package.
Now on the steel package, we're gonna start with our characters right here. For the steel Brooms, 4 of the aerial cleaners. Go crazy because 2/3, evasive on your turn. If you're playing against an Emerald player, you can 1-shot Diablo and they attack Flynn Rider. They're so good for that. Then we got 2 of the industrial models because these guys can sing as well. They give resist to your characters. A lot of times you give resist to YenSid, and that's enough to make him last another turn. He can quest for 3 more after that. It's a great play. Only 2 though, because I feel like the big streak was better for 03. He lasts longer. And then on top of that, for the last Brooms we play, the big boy himself, 3 of the Brigade Commanders. Because usually you have at least 2 Brooms, he'd be a 6/6. He can tank a hit from Maui because he has 1 resist, and he can sing your Grabber Swords because Mickey brings him out turn 5. That's one of the big boys, the Brigade Commander himself. Then for the other characters, we're playing only 2 Tinks Giant Fairy. This is the Bucky Killer. This is that 1 damage that they had on Cove because, you know, Cove gives them that health. And also, it's always gonna have a big body. People Zeus her and she can't be Medusa. So that's the rest of the fact. It's great for attacking. Very late game, so that's what we struggle with, late game. So after you get be prepared, drop a Tink, and now you got some presents. And I think that's it for our characters. Now we're gonna go to our songs. For our songs, we're doing 2 Storm Rage Ons. Like I said, you can sing it, 2 damage, get rid of Diablo, get rid of Flynn Rider. It gets rid of a lot of things. Except we're on the Cove, but either way you can sing it, so it's great. And then on top of that, we play 3 Strength of a Raging Fire because of how good this deck floods. I was playing 4 at one point, but then I realized you ink it a lot of times, and when you have no presence in the game, it's really a brick in your hand. But at least it's ink, that's always something. But it's so good with flooding, and you have one of your Brooms singing on top of that. And then we played 2 of the Zeus. Along came Zeus. because it gets rid of almost everything in the game. You need to. Your Mickey sings this. Your Big Broom sing this. So that's why it's so good. And for the final song we play, we're playing 3 Grab Your Swords because we do not like Emerald players out here. Respect to you. But 3 of these, also the Brooms can sing this too, so that's why it's so great. I keep it 3, people lower it to 2. Some people play 1, I keep it at 3 because a lot of times I could hard cast it with 5 ink and then just plus on my Brooms. So that's the songs we play. Some sauce we have though, we play 2 Triton's Decree. Turn 1. Do 2 damage to a character you choose. If you're going second, they only have 1 character on board, so you're always going to kill a character. It's their choice to kill it, obviously. But this is also the Bucky removal because it gets over war, so it gets rid of your Bucky, gets rid of the Flint Riders. This even kills Diablo. So this is great. Such a late game. I had a game where I did Storm Raid John to kill the Diablo, and then I played this to kill their Bucky, and their board was wiped, and they got me the game against Emerald.
Just some nice, cheap, non-targeting removal.
Non-target removal, 2 damage. It's a Storm Raid John for 1 cost. So good. It's uninkable, but it's a turn 1 play. Yesterday championship, we actually used this on the Queen, so they couldn't ship turn 2. We did that twice to them, so then they inked their Queen. So they have to wait till turn 5. They're not doing that. And the final card we're playing, we got 3 Fortis Spheres, because we need more 1-drops to play, other than Triton and the Luminary Keeper. Amazing card right here. It gets you that 1 draw. Sometimes that gets you to the song that you need. And with this deck, it's great, especially because you could banish it for 1 ink. And on that, you could give Bodyguard to one of your Brooms. When you have Mickey, they smack into that. So you just quest up, Bodyguard to one of your Brooms, and now you're going to go back to your hand and choose to attack. So Maui's not doing anything to Mickey here because we hate that. But yeah,
so what decks do you think are good matchups against this, and what are bad against it?
Ironically enough, even though I got knocked out of from going to top 4 by an Emerald Steel does great against, because we got the evasive Broom, we got all the song power, and we got the early draw. With the YenSid, the Luminary Keeper, that's early draw, that's early lore, so that's really good against the Emerald Steel. We got the removal to remove them with the Aerial Cleaner because he can smack Diablo, and especially the Triton Decree and the Grab Your Sword. So there's just so much songs in here. Steel in general is dirty, but especially with the Brooms, if he dies on turn 4, he comes back to your hand because you had to make it, and then boom. They really don't want to quest Diablo after that because they're like, oh, Diablo's going to get 1 draw off and that's it. Or even if you play the Triton, he's not getting drawn. So I think Emerald Steel is a great matchup for this deck. At that point, it just came down to top decking for me. But the hardest matchup would probably be the Sapphire Ruby ramp deck because almost everything in here is 2 attack or less. And that will get destroyed by Sisu. This deck struggles with late game, so be prepared, which is why you gotta win early, get that Sorcerer's Tower out, quest, YenSid, get that up. But other than that, yeah, red is the hardest opponent. We did lose once to a Ruby Amethyst deck, but that was the only win, and that was a close game. A lot of Maui's though. But it's just late game struggle, so Ruby in general is the hardest player against this, but we do great against Emerald Steel.
Alright, and what was your name again?
Yo, it's Adrian, Team Misplay, Chanlee, or you could call me YenSid. You already know, YenSid.
Alright, yo.
So yeah, be safe, follow Team Misplay, and have a good night.